WHITradio.org from High Tech High School in North Bergen, New Jersey. It's the Freshman Radiohead Show. I'm your announcer, Aisha, and now your host, Carrington.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your host, Carrington, and you are watching the Freshman Radiohead Show on WHIT Radio, live at High Tech High School. A warm welcoming to our panel, Lauren, Sam, Mariana, Tulsi, and our tech, Aisha. These days, homeschooling has become more common than it used to be. Today, we will be debating public school, argued by Lauren and Sam, versus homeschool, argued by Mariana and Tulsi. Learning how to interact with others is very important. How does public school teach you to do this, Sam?
The goal of public school is not only about furthering one's academics, yet to teach them how to interact with others and use those skills in their life. Homeschooling and public school education is about the same. You use textbooks, you read, you learn. However, the environment is much different. In public school, you learn how to deal with people, your fellow students, those who may not be as nice or welcoming as the teachers you might have at homeschool. Yet the real world is a scary and chaotic place, and homeschooling really doesn't prepare you for that. In public school, you see all different types of people, and you really learn what the real world is going to be like.
Thank you. And Tulsi and Mariana, do you have anything to say about social skills?
In homeschooling, there is something called homeschool meetups where groups of homeschool children can get together and do activities such as going to museums together. Sometimes there's like Christmas parties that are hosted at certain places, or they can go to... Is someone calling?
Yes. We have a caller.
We have a caller!
Hello?
You interrupted. Feel bad.
Hello?
Who's calling?
Oh, until they get online, Tulsi, can you continue about social?
Sure. So you do interact with people because you're interacting with other children who are going through the same experiences as you and are usually around the same age group as you. Yes, my point.
Well, that is a good point, but I'd like to bring up that it's different from having to deal with people every day, and a big part of public school is socializing and learning to cope with people that you can't stand. And also, this brings in real life skills, where if you're in a safe and calm home environment your entire life and for school, then you're going to have such a hard time adjusting to the real world. And also, the purpose of public education is not just to help your academics, but it's to provide life lessons and experiences that you would not get if you're homeschooled your entire life.
In homeschooling, people have the opportunity to learn in small environments. So it's not like public schools where there's like 25 kids per class, and there's like in homeschool there's like 5 people in each class, 1 person in each class. Like there's not even classes.
Oh, I think we have a call.
Hello.
They hung up.
I'd like to continue about public school. So having a schedule and living life on a schedule in an organized way is a huge part of living successfully. Every morning I wake up at 6, I get on my bus. Ooh, we have another
Hold on,
call.
we have a caller.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Hero.
So having a schedule is very, very important. Every morning I wake up at 6.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, sure.
Oh, hi. Who's speaking?
Name, please.
Wait, do you guys go to...
Yes.
You guys go to private schools or public schools?
Public.
school.
I went to a private school, and before that I went to a homeschool. Homeschool.
But we're all currently in public school.
Yes, this school.
Do you guys get along with all the students there?
Do you mean at the private or this school?
I mean, in your school.
Yeah, well, we've learned to. Public school has helped us to learn how to socialize with people and, just really deal with everyone and get along with all different types of people.
That's a good point.
Could we have your name?
Everyone around there is really nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Cassandra.
Okay. Thank you
very much,
Thank
Cassandra.
you.
Goodbye.
So I'd like to continue about living on a schedule. So in public school, every morning you go to school at a certain time. I wake up at 6, I get on the bus at 7, I get to school at 8:30. It's the same every morning. And that really teaches me...
I'm sorry, but we have another caller.
So that really teaches me how to live on a schedule and how to be organized. In homeschool, you can pretty much have classes whatever time you'd like, whereas in public school, you have to be there at a certain time, and I think that's really important. You know, when you go on a job interview, you have to be there on time, or there's a good chance you're really not going to get hired. And classes, you know, if you're late for class, you have to provide a note, or you might miss something important. And public school really teaches you what real life is like. You know, you have to be on time for things, for appointments, and it's really helpful to teach you the experiences that you're going to have later on.
Mariana, do you have anything to say about schedules?
Well, schedules in homeschooling, you're allowed, you know, you pick your classes and when they are, and usually it's the same every day. And I think that's how it is. That's obviously how it is for public school too. But I find it easier in homeschooling because you know how each class in public school you have to go from one hallway to another. In homeschooling, you just probably have like one room and you just learn your subjects there. So it's not as hard as public school.
So, Lauren and Tulsi, do you guys have anything to add about public or homeschooling about schedules?
Well, it's not about schedules, but another point I'd like to bring up is that homeschooling is much more expensive than public school because when you go to public school, it's free. And if you're homeschooled, the parent needs to provide special tools like textbooks and that stuff that are very easy to get in public school.
Tulsi, do you have any input on that?
On the schedule, I do.
Okay.
Well-rested kids, it's important to be well-rested all the time. When you have a schedule, you have to get up at 6, you have to be ready for the bus by 7:30, you have to be at school by 8, then you come home, do your homework, you end up going to bed around midnight. It's not healthy, but when you are homeschooled, you can get up at any time. You can get up around 10 if you want, you can continue your studies until 4, and it's all very relaxed, and you go at a pace that is good for you.
How many hours of sleep would you say a teenager would need?
8
Okay.
to 9.
Okay, well, in the real world, you can't just get up whenever you want, go anywhere, wherever you want. Everything is on a schedule, and that's why you can't just start doing that when you're, like, 18. You have to be used to it your entire life.
Yes, well, that might make life a lot easier and much more enjoyable. Life isn't enjoyable. It's about, well, it's not easy. You can make it enjoyable. It's about really working hard and making sure that you do everything as best as you possibly can. And public school really teaches you what it's like.
Tulsi?
I have knowledge that in colleges the classes are very spastic. They're at different times all the time. I know my mom, when she went to college, she'd go at 10 and then she'd have class for maybe 2 hours and then she'd have to hang out and she'd go to another class at like 9 at night. So in colleges, even though in high school everything's very scheduled, at college things aren't scheduled, and at work you might get up later or leave later, or you might have to stay extra hours at certain days.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to move on to a subject of bullying. Sam, do you have anything to say about that?
Yes, so bullying is a very controversial topic, and it's obviously an awful thing, but it's something that every student you can ask that's been to public school has either seen or experienced themselves. Nowadays, bullying is a very broad topic. You know, 10 years ago, bullying was when you hit someone or you were really mean to someone. Nowadays, if someone makes fun of someone, it's considered bullying. But we've all been, you know, our feelings have been hurt or someone has said something mean to us. And while that's awful and we shouldn't have to experience that in life, those things happen, and public school teaches you how to deal with them and how to really push past them and understand that that's normal.
Tulsi, do you have anything to say about this?
Peer pressure, competition, boredom, and bullying are all part of a typical school day. This can be a particular problem for girls. According to studies, self-esteem plummets for middle school girls. However, similar studies of homeschooled girls have shown that self-esteem remains intact and that these girls continue to thrive. Homeschooled kids dress and act and think the way they want without fear or ridicule or need to fit in.
Mariana, do you have anything to add?
I believe that I find that in homeschooling it's so much easier to focus on their studies because they don't have the fear of being bullied by anyone. And although what they said about public school is right, that it's the real world and that's how they learn about how they learn about it. But I just feel that they could focus more into their studies since they're not getting bullied and they don't have anything to worry about.
Lauren?
Well, I mean, the purpose of public education, as I said before, is not just to further your academic knowledge. It's about life experiences and lessons that you need to learn, and so that you're prepared when you're older and you're in the real world with a job and a family and everything.
Okay, I'd like to call out our tech Aisha and ask her if she has any input on this topic.
Honestly, I just think that in a public school, the atmosphere helps you in the future because you're not just in one room. You can go somewhere else. You have to learn how to use time management because you have, like, in the regular high school, you have, 3 minutes to get to each class. And you need to make sure you're there on time. You have your work. And at a homeschool, I don't think you really have to rush anything, and you don't really need to be on time for anything because you're already in one room.
Okay, thank you. Sam, do you have anything to add? Any final comments?
Yes, so while I agree that homeschooling is much more relaxed and gives students an easier school experience, I really don't think that that's what it's about. You know, public school, it offers a great academic advantage. You really learn everything you need to. You learn by teachers. You can ask for help. You can also join extracurricular activities like sports or clubs, where I don't really think you could do that with homeschooling. I mean, maybe there's groups or clubs where you can meet up with other students, but public school really gives you an opportunity to socialize and make friends. You know, I've made some of my best friends in public school, and we started this school, a month ago, you guys, and we're all really good friends already, and that's because we're with each other every day, you know, and we've really formed good relationships, and I don't think you could do that in homeschooling.
Mariana, do you have anything to add? Any final comments?
Yes, I think parents who homeschool say they experience a real sense of freedom. I say that because with their lives no longer revolving around school hours, homework, and the school calendar, these families plan vacations, fun events, everything like that. And students can do what they want on their free time without being on a schedule.
Lauren, any final comments?
It's like Sam said, public school has provided me with so many opportunities, skills that I'll need, and you know, in the real world, there's no safe environment like home, and if you're homeschooled your entire life, you're not going to be able to function in the future, so.
I'd also like to bring up a point that confidence, well, at homeschool you don't have the fear of, you know, what everyone else is going to think, but confidence is really about knowing that your opinion is the only one that matters. And I think at public school you can certainly learn how to do that. You know, there's no dress code here at High Tech, and we can all wear whatever we want. But I don't know about you guys, every morning and I wake up and I wear what I want to wear because I can. And I think that's really important. And public school teaches you freedom, and it teaches you how to be yourself.
Finally, Tulsi, do you have anything to add?
I don't believe I do, thank you.
Thank you to our panel, Mariana, Tulsi, Lauren, Sam, and our tech, Aisha. And I just want to say tune in next week, and thank you to everyone watching.
Jingle, jingle.
Thanks for watching Freshman Radiohead's show. Tune in to WHITradio.org's YouTube page for more shows. Have a good day. I think that was really good. I want to watch it.
Besides the
When you have a schedule, you have to get up at 7